Hi folks, Polytopia and John Mann here. In this video, I'm going to go over a strategy that I like to use when playing Archipelago in Polytopia. So let's start with a few things about Archipelago, right? A few points. The first point is most of the battle is going to be on the water. Right? If you know much about the Archipelago map, it's similar-ish to Waterworld, as in when you're fighting the opponent, you're mostly going to be fighting them on the water. There's very little opportunities for knights. You can set up units on like choke points around water to prevent the enemy from moving. But for the most part, this is all going to be on the water. So given that it's on the water, so the first point is the fights are on the water, and then the second point is to win on the water, you need battleships, right? If you're playing a standard tribe, it's battleships. If you're playing one of the special ones, it's a little different, but a standard tribe, you're going to need to win the game by spamming battleships, right? And this is super important. Which brings us to the third point. Battleships are expensive, right? They're very expensive. So the strategy ends up boiling down to two items. One, don't let your battleships be destroyed, right? And two, have a very, very, very strong economy to buy more battleships. Right? Now, for each of these, don't let your battleships be destroyed. The best way to do that is to prevent the enemy from having, boats on the water, right? You see a boat on the water, destroy it immediately so they can't upgrade to a battleship, right? The other item around your economy is... in Archipelago, because there's a lot of water, right, the easiest way to upgrade your cities is ports, and therefore, to maximize the stars per turn for ports, you want to get customs houses. So, what that ends up looking like is your tech tree. So here's, turn 0, this is what your tech tree looks like. What you want to do is go fishing, sailing. Then, before you get navigation, you want to get riding, roads, and trade. And then you want to get as much customs houses as you can on the map as quickly as you can. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want to get all those on the map as you spam the customs houses as much as you can before getting navigation, and then potentially this, or potentially these two, or maybe climbing, or, you could go this way. It doesn't matter. But the core ones you need are these 5, right? So for the early game, you should rush these 5. And actually, you should start with rushing this so you can get some boats on the water immediately. And then this is the second one, right? So Step 1, fishing and sailing. Step 2, customs houses. All right. Step 3, spam custom houses. Step 4, spam battleships. So let's see how this works in action. I'm just going to zoom out a bit. We're going to skip through a bunch of rounds. So I'm IMO. So just so you know, the strategy works with any tribe, except for the special ones, of course. All right. And I ran the experiment with IMO in 2 games because IMO is not getting any kind of benefit on, with the terrain or with their tech in Archipelago. All right. So I'm the IMO at the top, up here. Right. We're just going to go through a few turns, get to turn 5. So it's turn 4, and I already have sailing, right? So when I talk about rushing, don't spend a lot of stars on new units. upgrade first, get the tech first, upgrade your cities second. So he discovers philosophy, right? Again, for this strategy, it doesn't really matter what your opponent is doing. The only good counter is the same strategy. Let me just go back a second. So it's turn 8, and I have boats on the water, right? The other thing you need to know about Archipelago is that you're going to run out of places you can explore on land, right? And then you're just going to have to get the sailing technology anyways. So the sooner you get to sailing, the better. So he discovers fishing on turn 8, right? Again, I've already discovered fishing. Hold on. I've already discovered fishing, sailing, and now I'm getting riding in order to beeline to the customs houses up here, right? And this really ends up paying off for me later on. So I discover roads. He discovers hunting. Get some resources. Now he discovers sailing. So hold on. Let me just pause for a second. It's turn 11. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships on the water, and he has 1 ship on the water. All right? So for this strategy to work, get boats on the water as soon as you can, so that when you have the stars, upgrade them to battleships and absolutely eliminate the enemy. There we go. So I discovered trade at the end of my turn. So it's turn 12, right? I'm getting 16 stars per turn. He's getting 13, right? At the end of probably turn 15, it's likely I'm going to be doubling his stars per turn. So he discovers navigation, right? It's turn 19, he discovered navigation. Again, he doesn't really have the economy to support that, right? If you look closely, right, he's getting 19 stars per turn, which means he can't buy a unit and upgrade one of these to battleships at the same time, right? Again, he may have just done that to try and move forward faster, but in this strategy, it didn't matter. So I'm now getting 34 stars per turn. Right? He's starting with 20. Gets an explorer, discovers me. There he goes. So he's getting 26 stars per turn, right? So at this point, I'm somewhat expecting that I'm going to be doubling his stars per turn by the end of this turn. There you go. If you saw that, I'm getting 55 stars per turn, and the start of his next turn, he's getting 26. So I've basically doubled his stars per turn. At this point, all I have to do, because my economy is strong enough, is spam battleships on the water, and it's game over. So he's getting 31 stars per turn. He's catching up a bit, but it's not going to matter over the long term of the game. I have a battleship, and I was able to prevent him from getting this village. From this point forward, for the rest of the game, it's kind of a bully match. So I'm able to get 2 battleships per turn at my current stars per turn. Right? They cost 44 if you have a base unit, right? To upgrade to build the unit, then upgrade it on the water, right? And so what this means is that any time I would see in this area a ship of any kind, the goal is to delete that ship, right? And when I'm having 2 additional battleships per turn, that's really going to add up. I don't know if you saw that, but I deleted the unit that's on the ruins. Again, let's just prevent him from getting any kind of advantage here, right? So no boats on the water, no ruins for additional resources. Let's really make it difficult for him to catch up in terms of cash. There we go, deleting the unit that was down here. Back to his turn. He's getting roads. So next turn, he's likely to get customs houses. But it's probably too late. So it's turn 18, and he's gotten customs houses, right? Let's see where he gets to by the end of this turn, but at this point, I'm dominating the water over here, right? He's not really going to be able to get any ships on the water. He does have some control over on the right-hand side here, but we're on turn 18. I don't think it's going to matter. So the end of my turn, I'm getting 84 stars per turn, and on his turn, he's getting 31. So some of that is because I've entered a city. He's not getting the resources, but I'm more than double his resources. It's going to be very difficult for the rest of the game. I'm probably going to speed the rest of this up as well to be able to do anything. Right? If you notice, anywhere where he gets any kind of ship on the water, it gets destroyed. So he doesn't really have an opportunity to upgrade a ship. And even if he was able to upgrade it, right? He'd take out one of mine, I'd take that one out. It would be, in theory, a fair trade. He's just not able to compete on the water anymore. and this is where he resigns. Right? I would have taken over this city, probably taken these ones over, over next few turns, but there's just very little chance for him to be able to compete here.